pal. I'm Chillmonger. Who are you? Introduce yourselves in the live stream because Second Street Marvel, I know who he is. His name's Trinity. And he's saying, you better not be teasing me. I'm not teasing you. Nathaniel Moore, Nate Moore of Marvel Studios is no longer of Marvel Studios coming up this March. He has a tenure that has been since 2010 and is coming to a closing. As you know, if you watch this YouTube channel, some of the stuff that he's been working on, Eternals, Black Panther, Falcon, there's one particular franchise here that it means a whole lot to me. And now that I think of it, one second. I don't think, yeah, my microphone is using this microphone. I hate when that happens. 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna do the thing where I stop the microphone. I'll be right. And I hope. Yep, I'm blowing on it. All right, good. Hey, and everyone knows Nate Moore works on multiple. Hello, Drew Manchu. Multiple franchises that touch this channel because I like covering the superhero genre, but specifically one, and that is the Eternals franchise, which means so much to me. I hate that this race swap caster. Oh, his perception of what representation. You're damn right. Yeah, you're damn. There's a hit that just happened. I hope you. Thank you, Derpy, for catching that one. There's this. I keep getting interrupted, but I don't want to neglect my live chat. But bro, I keep getting interrupted. Peace to Nate Moore. Blue, if you're interested and you want to jump on and have something to say, I can send you a link if you want to join in. You know, camera on, camera off, whatever it is. The link is right there. Or let me prepare that joke one more time. I'm really into the Eternals franchise, guys. He race swap casted and he's just got this skewed perception of what representation is. Nothing he has is longevity, and he's the voice of reason at that studio when they're looking for, hey, how do we do representation? Well, let's look at our hire who's got dark skin. Nate Moore, come over here. Listen, you slightly melanated brother. Give us your opinion on how we can further characters of your ethnicity. And he'll be like, you know what we got to do? We got to just give Wonder Man going. You know, are you sure? Will people like that? Yeah, they'll like that. I learned 2 years ago, at the National Association of Black Journalists Summit 2022, when he was amongst people of his ilk, he was the outsider. This is an interview you're about to see right here. And the reason why it is the way that it is, it's actually from a YouTube video. The guy who tweeted this initially, his name was Rich. What was it? His name was Rush the Film on Twitter. He deletes all his tweets, so I couldn't find his tweet, but I screenshotted my video. So it's a little bit janky. Don't worry about that. Watch me. Watch this old video of him in a room full of his peers and listen to the answer he gave and listen to how he is not a good representative of the community Kevin Feige thought he was representing. Here he is being asked about recasting T'Challa by another journalist. Play.
Always going to be the conversation of should T'Challa ever be recast? Is Chadwick Boseman the only person who can play Black Panther?
There we go.
I have my own opinions on it, but I'm writing a column. I'm interested in what y'all think about whether this character can ever be anyone but Chadwick Boseman.
You hear that? She's like, again, like the question keeps getting brought up, I think.
I think everyone has their right to how they think it should unfold. You know, I will say, as a fan of the books, the Black Panther to me is a mantle, right? And was a mantle in the first movie because his dad was the Panther. It's something that's been handed down.
That is a true statement, yes.
I think that the story we want to tell is a specific story. It's not going to be the story everybody wants us to tell. And that's okay. You know what I mean? I think we only know how to tell the story that we know how to tell. And I hope when the movie comes out, people respond to it and take it for what it is. I think some people are going to come out of the movie going, no, we still believe what we think. And that's okay.
That's me.
We had to make the movie that we understood how to make. And Ryan had to write the movie that he understood how to write. The rest is up to you guys.
The rest is up to us. Ooh, so What does Blue House say? Dun 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 dun. Muscle on the beat, ho, Debo. Hey, 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 hey. Nate Moore on no Black Panther. Call Ryan Coogler. Tell him breathe, bro. I should remix this whole entire song. What's up with this T'Challa Slayer trying to see Marvel? Denzel Washington won't even see you. Fuck you and your Coogler. How many Eternals you really got? I mean, it's too many. It runs for eternity. How many options you really got? Too many options. I'm finna pass on Nate Moore. He's Mahershala Ali. I deserve 0 subscribers. All right. Everybody, that's Nate Moore in a group of everybody who he's supposed to be representing. He's there next to, I think, Ruth B. Carter. I think that was the costume designer, it looks like to me. And I don't know who the one on the very left was who was kind of like, again, they keep asking about this recast stuff. It makes me feel like everyone there, all the journalists were like, Nate, you're messing up. Marvel, Kevin Feige and his likeness. I think they saw, oh, we got the wrong one. Like, we don't want the hire if he's not representative. Nate Moore is what we just saw there. What I want is that hiree to be woke, to be not Fox News woke. I mean woke. Like, he needs to know better, listen to perceive reactions, perceive what Recast T'Challa was going to do. Recast T'Challa meaning just starting from the petition, I can say over 50,000 signees on a petition that E-Man made on change.org. You can still sign today. There's so many people who revolted against this. There's so many videos, content. I'll put myself in there too. Of a provider, me, Dre Mack, you're another one. A provider of multiple reasons of why this is the most anti-racially progressive you can get. It is racially regressive. I've talked about how this is sniping a great character who was anti-stereotype, who was peak inspiration, the tops that cinema has ever seen, from blackface all the way to Black Panther. We've seen people depicted negatively to the best ever, and Nate Moore was in that room saying, enough's enough, and it's time for a change. Blackface, Owen Hart. I understand the feeling that Chadwick was the only answer for T'Challa in this universe, but that is, no, I don't even understand that. I don't support that one at all. But that is the power of the multiverse. No reason why not at this point. I'll give you a reason why not. A multiverse variant of T'Challa just coming and joining the universe. Hey guys, I'm T'Challa. I'm here. I'm the universe. I'm going to do Black Panther things. I don't get T'Challa. I don't get what T'Challa is, which is the king of a nation. I don't see every subject of Wakanda, everybody looking at this new guy who's from another universe and going, you can rule us, you outsider, you literally not from this world. Your name is T'Challa, but you're not like us. You can be the king. That doesn't happen with an outsider. That doesn't happen with a variant. The multiverse is not my answer for recasting T'Challa. Recasting T'Challa is my answer for recasting T'Challa. Time travel, Skrulls. There's a myriad of ways you can do it where T'Challa is actually back. And they'll do everything but. They'll do the wrong thing. They'll say, look at little TJ. He's growing up now. Huh? He can be T'Challa now. He will never be T'Challa no matter how old he is and how quickly you get him to that age. T'Challa is the character Chadwick Boseman played. He adapted the guy from I used to have comic books around here. This guy, see him? On the cover of Avengers 20, an adaptation of this character. And this guy, his sister is Shuri. This guy, he's the same age as Storm. This guy is the character who is T'Challa. And I'm in favor of recasting that character. And there's so many ways, using eternity, wishing people back to life, Dragon Ball Z style. There's so many ways to do it that are not the multiverse way. Another thing to introduce everyone to Nate Moore, reintroduce you guys to Nate Moore, is what he said on that Ringerverse podcast. And on discussing film, I remember I just tweeted it. So it's going to be easy find. Right click, paste, share screen. Here we go. Talk to me. It says Nate Moore is leaving Marvel Studios as an executive producer. And yeah, here's the quote.
When Chad passed, it was a real conversation we had with Coogler about what do we do? And it was a fast conversation. It wasn't weeks, it was minutes of we have to figure out how to move this franchise on without that character.
When Chad passed, it was a quick conversation we had with Coogler. It wasn't weeks, it was minutes. And it was for how do we move on without this character? There's no lies that you should ever believe about how the family consulted the studio. It was when he passed, and it took minutes. This was an impulsive reaction. This was provably given by every interview answer. We just couldn't do it, says him. Ryan Coogler says also that we can't come to work and we not see Chad because to us, Chad and T'Challa were the same. We have ample evidence from Wakanda Forever's official podcast to interviews here and there all over the place that I can cite that showed you that Nate Moore was looked to from Kevin Feige for what's the correct thing to do. And you know what I did, you know what many content creators and many just regular folk, everyone who just liked this tweet, every single one of the people who went, I like what this Chillmonger guy wrote, I'm gonna give him 61 likes on his tweet. There are many people who Nate Moore was not representing with that position in that room. And I say good riddance for that position or that opinion giver. You're misrepresenting what people want, what Black Panther's community wanted. Resident justice, he says. So do you think this speaks to them trying to change up the overall creative? I only care about the Black Panther today. Yeah, it does. It does. For the overall creative, they are going, we can get rid of him. We got rid of, what's her name? Louis Victoria Alonso. They got rid of her. She's not Teflon, and they sort of signed a shut up deal with her when she started getting a little vocal. I won't be quieted. Oh, how much zeros is that? Okay. The departure with Nate Moore isn't so hostile. I'll read the article in a minute from now. Or does this executive shakeup just reflect him moving on to a new role of prominency at Disney as a whole? RJ, if his... No, it's not. It can't be. Because we know that the Brave New World movie is under so much turmoil, reshoots, re-edits, mismanagement. We know this is punishment. We know Eternals underperformed, and we know what Wakanda Forever made $500 million, roughly $500 million less, $500 million less than what the first movie made. That's not how inflation's supposed to work. We're supposed to make more dollars. This is for sure a punishment. This isn't a step up. There is nothing new at Disney because they would have announced after March he'll be doing this at Disney. To save face. They tried their best to spice it up, to sugar it up, to sweeten it up. This is his departure, but it's not like he's fired. They tried their best in this article from Deadline, which I'm about to read. This isn't any way to look at it as there's no good way. There's no good way to look at this thing. He was let go and he should have still worked there if he was executing. If they would have said, what? There's no way we're getting rid of our great Nate Moore. What? No, he was misrepresenting. He was poorly fulfilling the little job he was supposed to do. And they went, let's just get a black producer. Let's just get a real black producer who's really in tune, into untouched, who really will understand what is a great character, what is not. Because I see all of these people on the internet, and maybe the election has something to do with it, but I see all of these people on the internet expressing how they don't like the brand of representation where you kind of swaps the main guy with another guy, and Ryan Coogler's and Nate Moore has been supportive of that. He was supposed to be in our office saying, no, all the YouTubers they're all gonna reject it. I think the more so reflect the box office drop and the disaster that Cap seems to be. That's exactly what I said before I even read your comments. What I missed, Marvel fired Nate Moore. He is not there anymore. I wrote in termination of employment. All right. We can say he was fired. We can speculate on what happened. He's not there anymore. Coming after Captain America Brave New World. He is not producing the third Black Panther movie. Wa alaikum assalam. Like the beanie. You already know. Another T'Challa could mean another Wakanda, another world to explore. Yeah, we'll have to see how Secret Wars handles it. The MCU as we know it has become so different from what it was in the Infinity Saga. Hey, listen, after Secret Wars, who knows what happens with the MCU? It'll be a whole nother universe. Like literally anything can go because of the nature of Secret Wars' events. They're gonna recast T'Challa. Put a 1 in the chat if you're happy, if you think recasting T'Challa is a certainty. Certainty. If you don't think it's certain, but you think it might happen, you can put 2 in the chat. If you don't think it's gonna happen, put 2 in the chat. But if you're certain a recast of T'Challa is happening, 1 in the chat. I want to see what happens. It all needs a refresh in the core characters, which is why Robert Downey and Evans are coming back. Yeah. Was it Moore's idea not to recast? If you just joined me, I played a video. He was in support of not recasting. He was one of the people whose idea it was not to recast. Nate Moore, Ryan Coogler, Kevin Feige. Those are the only 3 I can point at. I never heard Louis D'Esposito give an opinion on it or counter opinion on it. I don't know. We got 1-1, certainty of the recast, and a 2. They're doing the mutant saga after Secret Wars. That's what it's going to be happen. You can have a mutant. Don't get too stuck on like, oh, they called the saga this, which means only this story can be told. This was the multiverse saga. Hawkeye was not a multiverse movie or TV show. Shang-Chi had nothing to do with multiverse, to my knowledge. It doesn't have to be the mutant related thing. The Infinity Saga had movies with no Infinity Stones. So we're going to now read Deadline. Marvel exec Nate Moore leaving studio as he transitions into producing. Justin Kroll, you did a whole lot of friendly, nicely wording, but damn, this man is leaving to do more producing without telling us where he's doing the producing. There is no plans for him. I support him as a human being, him, his family, his kids, and everyone that he touches, that with the paychecks. I'm for that. Continue living comfortably. You don't have to worry about next month's rent. I like that. You're also the T'Challa Slayer, one of them, and I need you gone, and your ideas gone, and your thinking when it comes to representation out of that studio, because it's misrepresenting me. The Hawkeye saga is coming. Get out of here. Exclusive. Longtime executive Nate Moore will depart from Marvel Studios and transition to producing outside of Marvel in early 2025. Then early 2025 is only a month away from right now. Why couldn't you say what he's doing? It would have sounded so much better. It's probably because there's no good news story or nothing's been finalized. There's nothing in Disney he's like shifted towards. Nate is a fantastic executive and colleagues as well as a wonderful friend to all of us here at Marvel Studios. Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige and Louis D'Esposito said. He has been a core... let me stop there, because what stands out to me is there's a quote above that I just read, and then there's a quote below, which I'm going to read next. And I don't know which one of these was said by Kevin and which one of these was said by Louis D'Esposito. Put your name on your quotes. This was an article that was written and I believe proofread by Kevin Feige and Louis D'Esposito for this exact reason, so that we can not know who's saying what when. I'll just say this was Kevin saying the first part. Nate is a fantastic executive and colleague, as well as a wonderful friend to all of us here at Marvel Studios. That was Kevin, and that's just some nice little words with nothing. Then the Louis D'Esposito part, I believe, is Louis D'Esposito saying this, which is actually the meat of it. We actually get something out of this next quote, which is why Kevin Feige doesn't want to put his name on it. So he can always say, I never said that. He's just out James Gunning James Gunn. So Kevin Feige now, Louis D'Esposito, or both of them in a statement, they say, he has been a core member of our team since 2010. His influence will continue to reverberate in our storytelling. Hopefully not too much so you can recast T'Challa. But his influence will reverberate in our storytelling. Although we'll miss him a great deal, we look forward to watching what he does next, while also having the good fortune of working with him in a new way on our next Black Panther movie. This caused a little bit of Twitter back and forth for me. If you're working with him in a new way, That means he's not the producer anymore. The old way was when he was a producer. We look forward to working with him in a new way in Black Panther 3. That means he's not producing that anymore. His rule, mandate of no T'Challa, maybe we're not going to do TJ anymore because the T'Child has been overwhelmingly rejected by Black Panther fans as a Black Panther substitute. There's no future in that. The longevity of that character is zero after this iteration. We won't get, the same way we get Superman over and over again. We're not going to get TJ anymore. They'll just do T'Challa in the next cartoon, in the next whatever it is. Why would we ever use up one of the rare spots that actually goes to a black casting to popularize TJ? That guy is a distraction. He is a soul sucker. He's a representation sucker from getting the actual top tier real deal T'Challa. Anything that's not, if they're using Shuri and they want to boost her, okay. But if they're using Shuri and they want to boost her at the cost of T'Challa, no way. Same thing with the T'Child. If the TJ character is being used to prevent you from getting T'Challa, it's not progression. This is some racist chess move. Don't fall for it. And maybe it's not even racist. Maybe it's just Nate Moore's weird perception of what representation is. It is not okay. Nate Moore, I want all of your storytelling reverberations out of there. No TJ. TJ is the biggest threat. You guys were mad at Shuri? How many of you were mad at, oh my God, Shuri, they're doing this? Who's mad at Shuri? Don't be mad at Shuri. Be mad at TJ that they introduced at the end with the drums. I am T'Chaka. I'm the son of T'Challa. My name is really T'Challa. What? Oh, so you're telling me that I'm not going to get T'Challa forever? Like the whole MCU? So, until you guys finish doing movies in this universe, I'll never have T'Challa? That kid was a threat. At least Shuri's a comic character. This guy's got nothing. No foundation and no reason to use him again. Like no reboot, reoccurring abilities does this TJ possess. I'm so anti-TJ. So reject the T'Child, everybody. Felicity, we don't reject you. She says he's probably still a producer and may always be, since he was involved with the original Black Panther. I think on paper, on credits, he has to be listed as a producer. Stan Lee has to be listed as a producer that way, but he's not producing the movie. Future decision making is probably what they're referring to. Well, he's the wrong guy to get decisions from. The way I read this quote is that we look forward to watching what he does next while also having the good fortune of working with him in a new way on our Black Panther movie. A new way. The old way was he was producing the movie. This is a new way. I'm waiting. I will keep reading, and you might actually get a quote from Nate Moore pretty soon. And you'll see that he's not producing. Traditional producer, by the definition that we all know producers to be. Moore will stay on at Marvel Studios through mid-March and the release of Captain America: Brave New World. Let me translate that, everybody. We need someone to be the fall guy for why that movie is going to perform so badly. And we get to tell all of our Q1 or earnings meetings, we get to tell all of them and report the executive producer of that film is no longer with us anymore. So he'll still be here for that, which he is currently producing. The film, so they have no problem with using the word producing, right? All right, just saying. He's not producing the new Black Panther 3 with Denzel. The film bows on February 14. Sources add he will also produce Black Panther 3 for Marvel Studios. Sources add that he will also produce Black Panther 3 for Marvel Studios. Whoever these sources are can suck a dick, because it literally says up here, working with him in a new way on our next Black Panther movie. Your sources are sources. I looked to Kevin Feige and I looked to Louis D'Esposito. They are the ones I need to say that. I'm not going with no sources. What that really means is, reader of the article, we would like for you to believe he's producing Black Panther, the third movie. Language, no, we got to look at the legal language and the trickery with the words. He's not producing. You had sources. You had an exclusive. Why couldn't you just go to Kevin right there? It's because he's not producing it. Well, Marvel will still going to have good next year with Daredevil Born Again, Cap, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, first 4 steps. I hope they have a good year. Disney Studios bounce back with the upcoming live action Lilo. I don't give a damn about no. Oh, Kevin Davis, I recognize your name. Nate should have left before he made Black Panther 2. I wouldn't mind that. Kevin has been good stuff this year. Cap, Brave New World will do well. It won't make $1 billion, but it will do well. It won't make 600K. It will not grow 600K. 600 million. 600 million? Nah. 600 million. The sources are Feige and Esposito, but undercover. If it's in the trades, it's practically gospel. They're the studio's mouthpiece. He's working with them up until March. They literally told you he's leaving in March. So why would he still be there for Black Panther? He's out. Yo, chill. Hi. What's up? If you everyone check out Dark Room Reviews to see us 3 days ago, man, it feels like so much longer than just 3 days ago. But I think we did a little video where we chatted, right? It was like 1 day ago, actually. It'll do 700. It'll do 700. Nah. Eternals was like 400 million. The Marvels was 200 million. Quantumania was 400 million. I don't see a February movie. I don't see people like going, oh, let me leave my home to go watch this movie in February in the cold. For people who live in Jersey, people like that, the well-populated New York, they're not leaving to see this. They'll just wait 45 days or 60 days to see it on Disney+. Caliber, that's right. You saw what I saw. This news. The next paragraph after the Black Panther 3 thing about the sources. It says, nearly everything I know about producing I've learned from my time at Marvel Studios. I feel lucky to have worked with a group of people who love filmmaking and killing great Black inspirational characters and storytelling as much as my Marvel colleagues and the cast and crew of our films. But I couldn't be more excited to apply my Black depth and passion for film towards theatrical movies in all genres, including returning to the world of Wakanda for Black Panther 3. I want you to notice he did not say he'll be producing Black Panther 3. It's wordplay, it's trickery. He's not concrete there producing. It's making him look as good as possible. And that's great that they have that. Like, you don't want your employees to be kicked to the curb, publicly embarrassed. But he's not producing that new movie. TJ will not be the Black Panther in BP3. Or I'm wrong, or I'm misreading that. Moore has been an executive in development and production at Marvel since 2010. He's best known for shepherding and producing Black Panther, which Chadwick Boseman meant way more than you did, which grossed more than $1.3 billion, picked up 7 Oscar noms. Moore also served as producer for Eternals, Wakanda Whatever. He was executive producer for The Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney+. Prior to that, he worked on The Winter Soldier, Civil War. He also helped develop the script for Guardians of the Galaxy in Marvel's Writers Program. Before Marvel, Nate was one of the founding employees at Participant Media. Good for you, Nate Moore. Good for you to have that job and everything. I'm going to read something from Variety. Paste. It's about the same thing from Adam B. Very, except I can change the screen. I care about that a lot, that I'm in the center, like right now I'm reading these words. Nate is a fantastic executive. We just read that. There was one more quote from here. No, I don't see it. Nearly everything I know. Moore will remain at Marvel Studios through March, following the release of Brave New World. The film picks up after the events of Falcon and Winter Soldier, which Moore executive produced. Okay, that was it. Both of those said the same thing. From my memory, the 2 articles that had something different. I misremember. Eat up, chill, eat up. Well, this is good. What's not good is someone lost his job. That's never good. We always want people to be able to provide for themselves, for their family. That's good. I will never like take the individual gain of Nate Moore or someone like Nate Moore over the community gain and be like, "Ah, okay, so long as that one guy gets paid, I'm happy with him losing his job if it means the entire world, whether black, white, or every background you could possibly be. I will lose Nate Moore if the entire world gets to see this dude be treated just as importantly as Spider-Man is. If that's what's going to happen on screen, Nate Moore can lose his job and Ryan Coogler can lose his job because community gain comes before individuals. I'm sure they handsomely rewarded the dude who killed Malcolm X and they promised, you know what I mean, we'll take care of your family. I'm sure all these in history, I'm sure somebody individual probably gained from the decrease or the denigration of his community. So don't be fooled by that. Oh, look at that Chillmonger. He went on live. How could it be so happy that someone lost their job like this? Just like this. See? Look at the inspirational character there. Look at that anti-stereotype character created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, who's finally going to get a sequel. Awesome. Don't let him slide away untouched. I don't care. You can bear all of that box office flop from the Brave New World movie. Bear all that. You're out in March. You don't have to have a desk at the office to continue to work the work. Yeah, but he's not producing. I'm sure he'll still work with Coogler on other stuff in the future. Yeah, maybe. Because Ryan Coogler does have his own production studio. It's called Proximity Media. He can still work on things. He's not producing the third Black Panther. Chill is smoking a Nate pack tonight. Uh-oh. Sounds like socialism, Chill. Doesn't it? You'll be telling people they should have free access to healthcare. Anyone who's not doing their job deserves to lose their job. Yep. And part of your job is not to do this.
It's going to be the conversation of should T'Challa ever be recast?
Part of your job is to not be in this room. Everyone's asking about a recast, and you're being laughed at by every single one of these journalists at the 2022 summit for the National Black Journalists Association of American United Fund.
Is Chadwick Boseman the only person who can play Black Panther?
There we go.
I have my own opinions on it, but I'm writing a column. I'm interested in what y'all think about whether this character can ever be anyone but Chadwick Boseman.
That woman on the left, she said, again, because it's important and it's been asked many, many times in this room. I'll play it again. What's important is that the next producer who checks the checkbox, because you know someone's gonna come in there who's also of African American descendancy. So the next producer who checks the checkbox won't have ideas like killing Black Panther is great. It's just the mantle, Everyone liked the mantle. No one came there to see a character, the one that was in Civil War. No one wanted to see him continue. They wanted to see the mantle. They like the word Black Panther. They don't actually like the person who is that character. They're not into the 60 years of history in the comic books and like that character. They're not into that. They like mantles. All we got to do is switchery doodah, switchery day, and my oh my, here's Shure. Whoever this brother was in the crowd, he was right then. He's still right now. It was me, Raptor Cloak. I was the one in that crowd. You were the one in that crowd. Felicity was the one in that crowd. No one sees it the way that Nate Moore was seeing it. They're interchangeable. See the way how many times in the stream did I say Nate Moore and I said Ryan Coogler? I may be redundant right now, so I'm looking at the clock. I went for 34 minutes. I'm satisfied. Anyone who wants to ask me something or bring up something about Nate Moore losing his job, not working there after Brave New World, let me know. We'll take some questions. I'll even put the StreamYard link in the chat. Let's go. Anyone want to say something? Jump in there. I should put a poll up. Who's hopeful for the new Black Panther movie? I see a light at the end of the tunnel, a bright spot, a opportunity for a change. This is great that this guy isn't and his ideas aren't going to be there anymore. I need someone to step up. I need someone to be like me and be like, how dare you do Wonder Man? Yahya Abdul-Mateen's casting is being wasted on elevating a white character, yet your studio is going to act like, oh, look, we do so much black. You're doing white. In the long term, this gets us nowhere. This isn't progression. This is a speed bump. This is not a speed bump, not an obstacle, not a substitute. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a hindrance to progression. It's like a seat filler. It's temporary representation. I put it the way best years ago. It's temporary representation. Oh, we got some super chat money coming out of Tracy Woods. Tracy Woods, might you be Tracy Woods? Let me Google your name. That sounds familiar. Are you the Harlem producer? Tracy Woods. Isn't that the name of the person who produces Harlem? 1 second. 1 second. Hey, that's you, isn't it? Thank you. She says, karma bit him in the ass. Yeah. Thank you for the $10. Word, dude is gone. It's Sheed. He's out. They didn't say they fired him, but they didn't exactly tell you what he's going to be doing next. He's out. It's a retardant. The word retard is accurately used right there. It is definitely that. It is anti-progression. What about Coogler? Is he going to do Black Panther 3? He's not doing Black Panther 3. Oh, Coogler. Coogler is. Denzel already told us that. He's writing a part for Denzel in Black Panther 3. I'm still hopeful for Wonder Man. Could be weird and awesome like WandaVision. I'll tell you everything wrong with Wonder Man. Representation is important. The spots are finite. These studios have their charts and their percentages and how black they want to be. And I am racially offended that one of the few spots that are allotted to a character of Yahya Abdul-Mateen's likeness, I am offended that it will be used to popularize further a white character. The character of Wonder Man, Simon Williams, that entity has been depicted as Caucasian in multiple forms, including from inception in the comic books, and will continue after this Yahya Abdul-Mateen interpretation to continue in that likeness. That is retarded racially. The progression of a character with the skin tone of Yahya Abdul-Mateen is not happening when Yahya is playing Simon Williams, the Wonder Man. Yet, they will receive a pat on the back. They will take photos of look at our cast and how diverse it is, and they will reap the benefits from people who don't see it the way I see it, from people who will be fooled. They'll reap the benefits of what it means to be a progressive, forward studio, which is advancing the cause, while literally not advancing the cause. It is dangerous. It is anti-black, and you need to be woke, and you need to realize what race swap casting is from what it's not. You don't need to take cues from those racist YouTubers who are always mad when there's a race swap because of redheads and all. You don't need to say, oh, because they're angry, that makes me happy. They're idiots. They actually should be happy that these race swap castings are preventing Blue Marvel, Brother Voodoo, Luke Cage. They're preventing characters from reaching mainstream success, popularity, being on the spotlight, being spotlit like that. All right? Hope you appreciate that answer, Drew Manchu and Kevin Davis. Hi, Biggerford Entertainment. I hope they don't kill Denzel's character. You think Denzel's in it for a long term? He just told us about his retirement. That guy is going to play a character who dies. Or he'll play like a flashback Black Panther. Maybe he'll do Blue Marvel and die. I don't think that the Denzel Washington stays. But I also hope they don't kill his character. Look who we're dealing with, Ryan Coogler. They're not reaping any benefits from Wonder Man. Don't worry about that. It's a TV show. What Disney Plus TV show have we watched recently where we went, oh, awesome? Was it Secret Invasion? What was before Secret Invasion? Moon Knight? You said, I don't know if that's true. I will not continue reading your comment, Drew Manchu. And I know that seems rude, but the way I step by step explained it, I don't even want to entertain your retorts. I don't know if that's true. It's true. We have examples. Michael B. Jordan played the Human Torch once. The new Human Torch is Joseph Quinn. We have a white character created white in the Human Torch in Johnny Storm, who was cast with Chris Evans, a white dude. One time Michael B. Jordan played him in 2015, and then it returned to the status quo because Michael B. Jordan's playing of Johnny Storm did not solidify or establish permanently now that this character is a black character. It was temporary representation. In the end, we did not go, thank God Michael B. Jordan played a character introduced to the zeitgeist who's black. We didn't say what we said about Wesley Snipes playing Blade. Instead, that studio in 2015 got to tell their shareholders and tell everyone, we're doing enough black castings. So they got away with it. That's a problem. Every single time there's a race swap, that's the place we're at. Nick Fury, you guys love him as Samuel L. Jackson. I'm happy for you. Nick Fury's been a white guy for years. David Hasselhoff. Nick Fury, comic books, TV shows, has been white. He'll be white again. Minded.
Yo, give me a second.
Okay. More comments. They're not. Yeah, got that. Got that. I don't see them doing Blue Marvel anyway. I see your point. Appreciate you for seeing my point. The Hoff will return. Yo, in this multiverse movie, if we're getting cameos, I told you I want David Hasselhoff. I want Howard the Duck. I want Kim Possible. I don't want a spare. No character spare.
All right.
Give me a DC character.
How I sound?
You sound all right. I'm gonna end it in like a few minutes though. But yo, what do you want to say?
No, I just wanted to pull up. You know what's up? I haven't been on one of your streams in a long time. You know
I haven't been doing those weekend streams too. I think Tuesday is my everyday stream. Every Tuesday I'll be streaming.
Okay, yeah, that sounds dope.
Tuesdays work for you?
Black Panther 3. They should just cancel that shit. To be honest, like, it's really what's there to look forward to?
We don't know what happens in Secret Wars. They could recast it there.
True. What did they say? Like a release date, or was this coming out before or after Secret Wars?
It has to be after Secret Wars because we do see their slate, and we know they're doing 3 movies a year, 2 movies a year. You can't just spawn a Black Panther 3. We know that's happening. Spider-Man is going to be in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. There's no other movies there. So yeah, it's after 2027.
Yeah, they really try to do some slick shit. Like, yeah, we can get Denzel. That's going to get everybody, and it's going to work too. It'll work because it's Denzel. Everybody going to pull up if it's Denzel.
Give me Denzel and T'Challa. Hey, it does work. I'll be over here waving that Marvel banner as if nothing happened all over again because representation is important.
Yeah. Because it's just like after Black Panther 2, it's just like what is there to just look forward to? Shuri doesn't even want to be like, she just leaves Wakanda and just gives it to M'Baku, and it was kind of like pointless. What was the point of that?
Right. If anything, yeah, make M'Baku a villain in the new movie. T'Challa's back. I can take care of being the king again. Give it to me. Peaceful transition of power. No, there will not be a peaceful transition. Get Daniel Kaluuya's character aboard the tribe. Get him in there, and they could be the villains in the Black Panther eternal war over who gets the throne. That would be awesome.
Yeah, because he could become like some type of like dictator type of character, like enslaving people and stuff like that. That'd be crazy.
And they'd have to do the whole movie without any of the foreigners knowing that there's this problem within Wakanda, so they're keeping that a secret. Like,
yeah, but when it comes to Black Panther 3 though, like, there's no hype for that shit. Like, there's no excitement whatsoever.
There's not until a recast happens.
Yeah.
With a recast, instantly, a new actor, everyone's Googling, what has Yolanda Noel been in? Everyone will be like talking about it again. They'll pull up all the clips that we pull up with Derek Bozeman, all the clips. I think it'll rejuvenate the conversation. And what's really good is Charlemagne has said he wanted a T'Challa recast and he wouldn't be okay with killing the character. So there's an influential voice publicly, at least.
They ain't gonna listen to them. Like, they don't go listen to nobody until, like, certain things get moved and certain people are out. Like, who knows?
Does Nate Moore do anything for you? Did you like Eternals?
No, I absolutely don't like Eternals. People know this. I thought that was really boring. You know, it looks nice, but it's very boring. Very boring movie. Very boring.
So did he earn this firing, quote unquote?
I don't know too much about him, but you know, it seems like he should have been probably fired a long time ago. You
How
know,
much does
so
how much does the election and response from many corporations, the whole we're gonna cancel our DEI initiatives, we're gonna like Walmart is doing it, all of them after the election. How much of this is a response to that? Like, oh wait, the country hates this shit. Let's change up.
I don't think that has anything really to do with it. To be honest,
Okay.
so I would separate that the election from that choice, and I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I think it does. I think like the protection that a black man used to have at that company is gone. It's actually they're like, oh, you know who's gonna love this? All of those that community, they're all gonna love that we're getting rid of them. They're gonna see it as okay, we can trust Marvel again. You saw what happened with the Pixar, the baseball movie, the baseball TV show?
I forgot about that.
Well, there's a baseball TV show. They plucked out one of the agenda scenes or agenda characters. They plucked it out. They're reworking it.
Mm.
This doesn't happen unless Donald Trump wins that election.
I don't know. I don't want to put that on Trump. Honestly, I'm not going. I don't know. They probably just thought, hey man, like you just cut some time off the story. It doesn't really fit with what we're trying to do here. But I can see people connecting those dots though, for sure.
Thank you. Charlemagne the Inhuman goes off on Disney Marvel. Charlemagne goes off on Disney Marvel for firing Jonathan Majors and pretending to take a moral stance, yet not firing actor Jeremy Renner when he faced abuse allegations from his ex-wife. I could say that the allegations aren't the same as a conviction. But I also say the same thing about morality. You saw the video 3 days before his conviction came out. I remember that weekend. So when that video was made public and the jury was deliberating for days, you as Marvel Studios could have been so appalled that we have to get rid of Jonathan immediately. We're not even waiting for the verdict. You know, you didn't. Main, I like Eternals. There's one. There we go.
That's the
Aldous
only
Hodge.
one.
Aldous Hodge, I think he's the top of my list because he's of the right age. He's got some size to him. He can act. As long as he can do the voice, I support you, Johnny.
He'll probably stick around and do something with DC in the future more than Marvel. 'Cause like right now, if DC got the, you know what I'm saying, they about to have all the momentum right now. So
That Superman trailer is so important to me. You don't understand, guys. The Superman trailer, the build up to it, knowing that it's coming on Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific AM, 6 a.m. It makes me go, oh, I'm setting my alarm. I'm going to react to that. I actually tweeted James Gunn and I said, will we be copyright struck for reacting to the trailer? No response yet. I hope he sees the tweet because, you know, I got that verified Twitter check mark. You know what I mean? Priority mention. I hope he sees that tweet and goes, oh, hey, sends an email, guys, make sure that it's copyright stricken, like Kendrick Lamar, right? When everyone got to react to his music video, to his Not Like Us, everyone reacted and didn't get copyright
yeah,
struck.
to get that shit whitelisted, you're asking Warner Brothers to do that? Okay, yeah, they're not doing that.
You get the money back. See it the way I see
Yeah.
it, per. You get like all these influential people, Chill, and especially if it's a good trailer. Chillmonger, Tyrone Magnus, your fellow Jersey boy. They're all gonna say, wow, this is awesome. Yay, Superman. And then Tyrone's gonna say, there wasn't race swaps or whatever. You know how Tyrone is.
Yeah.
Felicity, Warner Brothers always claims and strikes. Watch out. You're right, Felicity. You're right. It does always do that. And I hope James Gunn goes and sends the email and says, this can't happen anymore. Part of our marketing is getting these influencers their money. We don't need to take 64 cents from every, you know, trailer reactor video. That'll actually discourage them. Then they won't actually do the trailer reactions. They'll say, we don't get paid for this, so we won't talk about it. That's not what people want.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it sounds nice, but you know, these corporations never gonna listen to. They're never gonna listen to us and stuff like that. So they want that money. So it just seems like a no brainer, right? Just letting people react to stuff, and it's free promo, but they don't see it that way. For some odd reason, they'll never see it that way. So.
James Gunn might see it that way because Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he's an online guy. He saw that everyone reacted to the trailer. They made sure the music was not copyright stricken, or the amount of music they moved wasn't copyrightable. He was in Disney's umbrella. He knows.
What up, Pam?
Hello, Pam. And yes, the answer, Pam, is yes. He's no longer there anymore. Fired, we don't know. They don't use the word fired. But as of March, he
was
won't
let
be
go.
There. He won't be there. He'll still work on Black Panther 3, but they never explicitly say he's producing the third Black Panther movie. Of no reason that Disney couldn't stand beside Jonathan Majors.
Stand beside a black. You're asking Disney to stand behind a black man. When have they ever done that? That's crazy.
Nate Moore. the last time they stood beside a black man was Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler, and now they're gone.
True.
WB's $40 in debt. They need every red penny. I'm telling you, Felicity and Perp, it's a business decision that they'll get their money back because of all the free advertising that Tyrone Magnus and Comics Explained and these popular creators will do. Now their movie will make more money. The toy sales will happen because every influencer is talking about it and not being copyright stricken. It is a business decision that they'll make back. 40 billion in debt. Well, no, Schmet. This is going to help them.
Yeah, only in a perfect world where that would happen. But we'll see. We'll see on Thursday. See who gets copyright strike first and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'll suck for me to wake up just to get a copyright strike, but I have to wake up. You got to be the first reactor out there with the thumbnail. What should my thumbnail be? I'll pre-plan it. Perp, should I be like this? Nah, everyone's gonna be happy. Everyone does this one, huh? Oh, I'm gonna be like this.
Or just pretend you're crying, like throw a bunch of water in your face, like you're crying. So that's gonna get them.
I'll be like, how could they?
Or you gotta be like Soups. Like just extremely excited, just off the rip. It's like super high energy. Even you gotta yell in your mic, even though it's gonna kill people's eardrums. You just gotta yell.
I will be high energy though. One thing that they also got to do is make sure that the YouTube channel is one YouTube channel. You can't have Warner Brothers Pictures put the trailer out, and DC Australia, and all of these. Like, no, hold on, wait. Let one channel concentrate all of the views towards that, so it'll be on the homepage. It'll be like a stronger performer instead of mixing it up and putting on every YouTube channel under the Warner Brothers umbrella.
Well, that's how you kind of spread out things and whatnot. But I get what you're saying, but yeah.
You can put them on the other channels in 4 hours, but like initially have all the views to one place. Have one when people are sharing the tweet out and putting the link, have them all linking to one YouTube video. Let that have the most comments. Let that, it'd be less embarrassing when people go, the Fantastic Four trailer got this many views, but Superman's trailer got this many views.
Yeah, none of that stuff matters anyways, because it's like what really matters is that box office, and when it hits the streets, that's what really matters. Because the thing could get like 100 million views and still pretty much flop, bro. But
you're right, but then the views will also dictate how much marketing.
Yeah, hype. Yeah, how much hype or just how excited people are and stuff like that.
Yeah. News on the Young Avengers? Not that I know of. Hey, I actually have. Yeah, I do have news on the Young Avengers. TJ is not one of them anymore. Nate Moore is gone. That's your news. Scarlett Johansson is directing the Young Avengers. I don't mind. Good for her. She said she would still be working with them. FF first steps. Bro, my first step is getting Nate Moore gone. He's out. He's gonna take the blunt. He's gonna take the entire like shame and everything associated with this new Black Panther movie. This new Brave New World movie. It's gonna not make money. It's his fault. He's gone.
You really think it's gonna flop? There's nothing to kind of disrupt it. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out in the middle of February, so it's probably
And
going to run. They're probably going to keep it in theaters until at least like late March.
Snow White will make more
Snow White?
coming in March.
Nah, I can't agree with that. I think because like I don't understand this whole hate for Rachel Ziegler. I don't get that. Somebody could explain that to me on another day. But I feel like that's going to be a big reason why that movie doesn't do well for some reason. But
You guys are nuts. 700 to 900 million. You can't do that, Kevin
seven,
Davis.
I say 700. I think that's a cool number.
You can't make your range from 7 to 9. You can say from 7 to 8, or you can say from 8 to 9. You can't
7
do
to 9,
700
that's
to
fair.
900. What will Black Panther 3 be about? T'Challa. You know, it's going to be right after Secret Wars. They're
That's
coming
a
back.
great question. That's an amazing question.
They got to
I
make
couldn't
the
tell you.
decision. Secret Wars will be it. They'll taste the temperature. They'll be like, it feels like people are ready for the recast. It's not too soon for the recast. It's actually warranted. Many people, Danny from The Road to Wisdom, he was like, at first, yeah, but now they need to recast T'Challa. Enough time has passed. How much more time will pass by the time we get to Secret Wars? The T'Challa recast is happening. And if they know better, they should announce it earlier.
You know, if T'Challa was still around, we could have had him in multiple movies already by now. You know, it's crazy, right?
It is. It is. The Nate Moore firing is key to the recasting of T'Challa.
Major key.
Major key. I'm Major Chill. That's Major Perp. And since Felicity is liked, I'm going to read her thing before I close out. She just said, the first Avenger didn't even make that much. No way Captain Falcon makes 700 or 900. Nobody is asking for this movie. Felicity, it's also coming in February, a winter month, a historically poor performing movie month.
It's changed over the years, you know, so you never know. That's the thing about box office. It's unpredictable. It can do really well, surprise people, overperform, or it can really underperform. You never know.
Yeah, we kind of do know sometimes. We knew Craven was going to do what it did.
Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't do a little bit more just because like people love to see bad movies. So
A Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man, a Captain America movie without Captain America, a Black Panther movie without Black Panther. We will have a lot of data after this Brave New World debacle, and we'll know. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You're typing wrong comments. We don't encourage this. The jokes aren't funny. We're all gonna learn with Brave New World that no one wants to see. Not enough people want to see the titled character missing from their titled franchise. Or they'll do what Star Wars does. You're racist. You know.
I acknowledge Samus Cap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I acknowledge him.
I acknowledge him as Falcon. And I would love for the brand and the IP of Falcon to be level with Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk. But instead, they're going to say, drop the Falcon movie. Drop the Falcon name. Now your movie quality when you're calling yourself what the white man calls himself. I think that's not a progressive message at all.
But if the movie's good, are you gonna give it its, you know what I'm saying, give it its
I'll
flowers?
say it's a good, problematic movie. That's what I'll say. You know how many good movies I see with killing and fatherlessness and all that? You know how many good heart-wrenching movies that there are like that? But it is a problem. It's good. It's too good for its own cause. It was a disaster. That's what I would call it.
That's hilarious.
If you guys enjoy takes like this, subscribe to Bigford Entertainment. If you enjoy lunacy such as that, Sam is Cap, and he shouldn't be. He should be Falcon. He should be adopting no one's name and instead go by what he is identified as and have his identifier, Falcon, have that word, be on par with Ant-Man. But he's not. He's dropping it to be in proximity with whiteness. And we're saying now he's movie worthy. That is not a good message at all. And Steve Rogers has been cast. Chris Evans, he's going to be in the new Avengers movie. So it was never going to last. Temporary representation. Right, Perp?
True.
You guys can all kick buckets. No, it's not Falcon time.
If it's
Oh.
Falcon time.
He needs his own catchphrase. He needs to do something with his Red Wing little flying device. He needs his own identities.
Time to fly.
I'm so fly.
That was terrible. I hope they never do that. Don't ever do that, Marvel.
Sam is the Falcon who wears a cap.
That's
And
funny.
his face is covered, and he's never on any of the posters in the center. He's never up front with it. Falcon isn't Batman. He's Robin. We said the same thing about Venom. Venom can be movie quality, like lead his own movie or lead his own comic. You can branch out. Nightwing isn't Robin anymore. He branched out.
I wouldn't even compare Falcon to Robin, man, because Robin's a dog. So
Which Robin do you want? Do you like Tim Drake, Jason Todd?
I like Damien.
You're gonna be pleased because that's the one they're using.
Yeah.
Damson Idris, Yalan Noel, Aldous Hodge, and let T'Challa be the deadly chess master he is in the comics. Can't think of anything to complain about. I won't complain a single word. I'll go see that movie multiple times, bringing multiple groups and make multiple videos here. I don't care. There's only 2 black characters in Marvel. He and Storm. Everyone else is a token, is a unmeaningful gesture, is a every other character who's got dark skin, who's got superpowers, is a race swap or some like bad faith display. If it's Black Panther and Storm, you gotta support it. Everyone hates that Storm comic book that came out. Too bad. You gotta support it. And you technically already supported it because the final order cutoff for issue number 4 was a week before the second issue came out. The third issue came out. So the sales are already counted for. Don't agree with Chill. Agatha all along flopped on Nielsen's ratings. They're not on Nielsen's ratings. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. Yep, support this. Chief is in the building. Chief says that's why they're not letting Storm be with T'Challa. Sure, we already know why they don't want.
Can't
Storm
have no
to be-
black love. They don't like black love on the big screen.
Why would they ever? They're just trying to get away with black castings without the benefits. They don't want.
They'll put
any-
T'Challa with a white woman though.
They almost did. Remember the way he was looking at Scarlett Johansson in the Civil War movie? Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
What happened to that last Pantheon episode? Ask Darius. But we did record. Venom was 3 terrible movies with no reason to exist. Sam is at least a great character with motivations and a claim to the shield.
True.
Does any of that tackle what I said about the longevity of the character under the Falcon brand versus under the Captain America brand? The message that proximity to whiteness is to be strived for and will get you movie if you drop your black identity as Falcon. That doesn't address anything I'm talking about. Yeah, those are the storyline reasons for why they're doing what they're doing. His motivations to claim the shield. So we are supposed to support stuff we don't like. Black Panther and Storm, without question. Yeah, that's where I am with it. Because you can't afford the outcome of these characters provably not selling. Everyone will take a loss for that. I'm sorry. You gotta just hope that the next one will be good. I support Black Panther and Storm. T'Challa and Aurora Monroe. Not the Mantles. They can't just stick the name Storm on some other character and go, you gotta support
Now
it, Storm."
that would be a great title for Black Panther 2, Black Panther and Storm.
Yeah, I'd love that. Oh, and they got mutants too?
Yeah, because you already did Deadpool and Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Do
Yeah.
Black Panther and Storm.
Oh, you got the market research right there. See? Watch them not do it. It'll be like Shuri and her. It'll be them on the cover like Charlie's Angels. Yeah, see, it's Black Panther and it's Storm. It's we got girl power. It worked for Captain Marvel too. Yo, nah, I'm happy. Scratch that comment. Nate Moore's gone. The ideology is gone. Donald Trump won the election. We can start getting men There's no, swapping. There's no, weird representation values over at that company.
Nah, you still gonna get that.
Hey, you know what else? One last thing about Nate Moore. Last thing. We're learning about this today on December 17th. This was been in the works for months. He hasn't had an interview in over a year. Darius would always joke about that. This is something that's been in the works, okay? Nate Moore's firing. So, boom.
Good way to end off 2024 for chill.
A good way to end off 2024. A promising one. And let's see where they go with it. I met we need more Black love strength showing in the movies. Yeah, we do. Use MCU synergy has good to put T'Challa and Storm together in there. Nate Moore wasn't fired. That's factually true or untrue. We don't know. I think the wording they used was Nate Moore leaving Marvel Studios after 14 years will still work on Black Panther 3. It's still here for March, until March, working on Brave New World. Should I dispute this or should I give this one? Nate Moore wasn't fired. I don't dispute it. You're right. No, there's no wording that says his employment was terminated. That is true. He could be leaving on his own choice, right? Right? It's possible. They never said so yet.
They let him go.
They didn't re-up. They didn't sign a new contract. It's came to an end.
Yeah, he
right?
probably was asking for more money, and they said no, fuck off. Like,
No, he's like, no, wait. Oh, okay, fine. I'll do it for less. And they'll be like, no, it's still no. It's still a no. You're just your contract's up. Like Kathleen Kennedy after every 3 years, her contract's up. Except this time, they just said we're not going to sign you to a new contract. He got let go. Yeah, he's not with them anymore as of March. I'm not with you anymore. I'm chill. I'm out. Appreciate the $10 super chat coming from Tracy Woods. Perp, appreciate you for jumping in on the link. Appreciate
course.
Dread Focus. I thought you were saying Namor was fired. No. He's still around. Tenet Huerta is still around.
Just his accent, Canadian accent. He probably thought, you're saying that more.
Nah. I bet that's your burner account, and you just wrote that so that you can make that joke. Thank you again, Perp, for coming.
No problem.
Chill out.